Well, this is our editorial feature, and this is how we allow an individual the opportunity to share with the public an issue they consider sufficiently important. So our editorial this evening is author and activist Shelly-Ann, and she'll be sharing her views on a topic that she says has been placed on the back burner: female reproductive health issues. Shelly-Ann, tell us all about it.
Well, first, I have to give credit where credit is due. I want to first thank and applaud the Health Minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton, and the Jamaica Moves initiative for the work that they have done so far in sensitizing us about the unhealthy practices that we've adopted and how they have adversely affected our health, right? I'm especially supportive of their plans to move Jamaican schools into a healthier space. But with all that said, I must bring to the attention of the minister and his team a growing demographic who seems to be left out of the overall health plan: women. Yep, more than 50% of the population is living with a myriad of conditions that not only affect our overall health, but it also negatively affects our quality of life. Yes, I'm talking about female reproductive health issues. You know, fibroids, endometriosis, polycystic ovarian syndrome, infertility, painful, heavy periods. All of these things sound familiar, right? Over 70% of Jamaican women are affected by these issues, and symptoms can range from mild back spasms and spotting to chronic pain and hemorrhaging, and this only demonstrates how urgent the matter actually is. I mean, as a matter of fact, it's not only a problem that affects women, but the society overall suffers. Any call to an HR manager at a company right now will give you an idea of how many days are lost because women are simply too sick to work. The productivity of the country is at risk. And on top of that, on top of the pain and the inconvenience, the cost of treating these issues are very prohibitive. And while some women are able to function with the symptoms, they still have to find ways to cope each month. The bottom line is, it's very expensive to be a woman in this society. And we're doing it while earning less than our male counterparts. Even for the necessities like menstrual products, we have to shell out hundreds of dollars each month just so that we can function while having a period. And what about the women and girls who cannot afford the products? Period poverty is an issue that countries around the world are dealing with, including Jamaica. And while I don't have the actual stats on how many women and girls in Jamaica are affected, if we were to use the school feeding program as a guide, we can estimate that almost 100,000 girls on this program are unable to buy lunch. And hey, the way I see it, if she can't buy lunch, then she cannot afford the sanitary products she needs while menstruating either, right? Scotland, for example, recently announced that they will be making sanitary products free in public schools, making them the first country to do so. We are more than capable of addressing this issue in Jamaica. I mean, we've done so before with other issues. For example, the spread of HIV/AIDS. We have made condoms available in thousands of locations across the country, and we have even been talking about putting them in schools to help young people reduce the number of HIV, STD infections. And I think that is important. I also think that from a policy standpoint, we must look at eradicating period poverty because, let's face it, sex is a choice, period is not. We cannot continue to ignore the health issues that affect women and girls and expect to meet the goals that we have set for ourselves as a nation. Because, I mean, when we empower women, we empower our communities and we empower our country overall.
That's very well said. What I must ask you, though, why do you think that a policy like this has not been ever put forward in the past and are not even discussed before in the past?
Well, you know what? I think it may be a question of resources, available resources. It could also be maybe there isn't a voice in the room when these things are being discussed as to what to prioritize. So that could be a thing as well. Honestly, that's just my own assumption and, you know, looking from the outside, looking in as to how the decisions are made. But I really do think that we must look at these things as a priority right now, because we do have a lot of women who are simply living in pain. They're suffering all day, every day, and the cost to treat these illnesses are astronomical.
And I'm not saying you're tiptoeing around it, but I'm a man and I'm an older man. And speaking for men generally,
Yes.
we tend, of course, to be unaware of the situation, or,
Right.
as many men do, dismiss it.
Yes.
Do you think that's the case?
It is, which is why I talk about having somebody at the table to bring it up, because I don't think it's a case where men are like, you know, forget about women, we're not going to do anything about it. I think it's just a function of what is being presented at the moment in front of them. And if we have 7 men in a room deciding our fate, the likelihood of them putting a program together that is specifically only going to benefit women is less. So having someone at the table is integral to having topics like these brought up and prioritized.
Shelly-Ann, thanks for bringing this to light.
Yes, and I have to do my shameful plug. Quick, fast. I have a foundation, Her Flow Foundation, and we are in fact addressing period poverty in schools with the support of the U.S. Embassy. So thank you, and you'll be hearing a lot more from us.
Oh, okay,
yes.
thank you. Well, time now to check out what's the latest on social media, what's hot and topical with the cool one, Chill.
Today on social media, persons reacted to a video outlining the Urban Development Corporation's conceptual plans for transforming the landscape of downtown Kingston through urban renewal. Plans include a multi-transport hub, ICT BPO center, waterfront entertainment, marina, a cruise ship pier, multi-story parking, and office and apartment complexes. The UDC is currently facilitating the leased redevelopment of Victoria Pier, which has already undergone significant improvement to the socio-cultural and entertainment landscape. They are also facilitating the construction of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs' 11-story building, as well as the Grace Kennedy building. J.A. Cynic posted, "Big plans for downtown Kingston, eh? There's an energy in the place. Optimism?" He further tweeted, "Pretty impressive. A good start for what can be. If the entire city is replanned the right way, we are going to be an international city." Mark J. Thomas queried, "Who will be building those beautiful buildings? Need water, sewage, work, and low crime for all that to happen." He added, "With the new ministry and Grave HQ, I am hopeful. I am just looking at what it will cost for water and sewage and crime control." Emma Lewis responded, "Such as what has happened in other downtown developments. Saw it in Colombo, Sri Lanka last year." To which Regular replied, "Don't think the same is going to happen here. All my parents' friends who migrated 20 years ago are buying apartments here to live in part-time. Young Jamaican professionals here and abroad, my peer group, like smart city living. A lot of Jamaicans to fill the demand." Well, that's what's on the social media menu today. Be sure to keep us in the convo at CVM TV.
Well, still to come on CVM Live, government announces increase in employment, but are we producing skilled workers to drive the economy, remain competitive and productive? And our BPO is the way to go. We'll discuss further with Dr. Kadamawi Knife and John Mafood.
Well, coming up for you straight ahead in major stories, murder suspect 59-year-old deacon found dead.
And an 80-year-old woman perishes in a fire.
And lone gunman on rampage in downtown Falmouth. More breaking, exclusive and developing stories coming right your way in exactly 1 minute.
Yes. Well, there we're looking at an intersection that can clear, you know, at this time of night, I think we can safely say that traffic is non-existent.
Things are speedy.